Michael. Let me share my screen.
Mute yourself, please.
Kindly let's learn to mute ourselves. We are not contributing to the page.
Michael, if you could allow me to share the screen as a host.
Mr. Nkoma.
Michael, if you could allow me to share the screen.
Can you allow Mr. Lawate to share the screen?
Okay, I think he has just done that. Okay. Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, Mr. Gordon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
Thank you all for joining to know what goes on with respect to our faculty. As mentioned earlier on, my name is Geological. I'm the faculty training coordinator. With me online, I have 3 other lecturers who will be helping me with your questions. I have Dr. Eric Jima, who is the training officer for environmental and safety engineering. I have Dr. Edmond Asare, who is with the Geological engineering department. I have Mr. Pascal Zini, who is with the Geomatic engineering department. Now I'm going to give a brief presentation on the prospects of the programs that are run under the Now, if you come to the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies, we have 3 main departments. If you could, please. 130. We have 3 main departments under the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies. The first one is Geomatic Engineering Department. The second one is Geological Engineering Department. And the third one is Environmental and Safety Engineering Department. Now, under the Geomatic Engineering Department, we have 3 programs, BSc programs that are run under the Geomatic Engineering Department. These programs are Geomatic Engineering, BSc in Geomatic Engineering. We have BSc in Land Administration and Information System. Then we have BSc in Spatial Planning. Now, I'll be going into a bit of what each program is about. So we'll take the first one as the Geomatic Engineering. Now, for Geomatic Engineering, it's a course or a multidisciplinary field that uses different methods like mapping and surveying to collect and understand spatial data, helping to solve complex problems related to land infrastructure and resources. Now, when you talk about Geomatic Engineering, it deals with coordinates. That's we try to determine coordinates of any feature on Earth. And we do that using equipment or instruments. Some of the equipment that we use are what is displayed on the left here. We normally use equipment such as total station, drones, GPS. We have level instruments that assist or help us in acquiring information about the Earth or on the Earth. Now, I also take you through some of the courses or at SS level, you will say subjects. That's subjects or courses that normally are taught under the Geomatic Engineering department. These ones are just a few. There are more of it. We have engineering survey. Now, engineering survey mainly deals with surveying that is done with respect to constructions or in the construction industry or in the road sector or in the construction of dams. We apply mostly engineering survey. Then we have hydrographic survey. Now, hydrographic survey deals with the determination of levels or heights with respect to the marine or the seabeds. The same way, if you notice when we are constructing harbors, then there's a need for surveying to be done. So normally, the surveyors that work within that section needs to understand what goes on with done in the mines. In the mines, we have open pit mines with acquiring information about features on Earth. But this time we are using, formerly we used to take photographs using aircrafts. We have cameras mounted on aircraft that are used to acquire information about the features on the Earth. But this time we are using drones. Modern technology have helped us to use drones to acquire information about the Earth. So under the photogrammetry survey, we acquired information about the Earth using the photogrammetry survey. Then we have GIS, which stands for Geographical Information System, and remote sensing. Now, under this one, we also acquire information about the Earth, but this time we are using the images which are acquired using satellites about the Earth to help us determine measurements of features on the Earth. Now, let's look at some of the potential areas that we can work in, or as a graduate of, or a geomatic engineer can work. So let's look at it. I'll call it the prospect areas. So when we come to the prospect of field that employ geomatic engineering, we have areas such as the mining and allied companies. We have the construction industry, also a potential area that you can work in. You can also go into private entrepreneurship, come out with your own firms to carry out your own survey. You can also work in the financial institutions. We have the government and non-government organizations are areas that you can also work in. We have the universities and other educational and research institutions. That's if you want to progress to become a lecturer or be a researcher, is also another opportunities. Utility companies are one major areas that our services are required. For example, when you take ECG, they need surveyors to determine the locations of their poles, their facilities that they have. They need to know the records of their facilities. Also, be able to determine the location of their customers. So the services of surveyors are required in that sector. The same way when it comes to the water, for example, the pipelines, you need to have a database to determine the location of your pipelines beneath the earth. Also, the locations of your customers is also another areas that a surveyor is required to help in providing those information. The other sector is transportation and aviation sector. Is also another area that we work in. As well as when it comes to the Ghana Armed Forces, is also another area that a graduate from of the university who carry or who study geomatic engineering has the potential to work in. You can talk of the Air Force or the Army or the Navy. They are all potential areas that we can work in. Now, the agri sector is also another sections or another area that we can work. When you talk of the agri sector, our services are required in determining land. For the technologies, we are able to apply our skills by determining locations where normally we have potential areas where maybe disease locations or pest control, or also even to demarcate the types of crops, their locations. So you can create a database the first areas that graduates of students, graduates who acquired knowledge in land administration and information system can work. They can also work in the mining and exploration companies. They can also work with property developers. They can also work with property consultants, as well as in the financial institutions. The majority of them work in land commission. They can also work in the customary lands secretariat, mineral commissions. They are needed the Ministry of Works and Housing. They are also needed the Ministry of Local Government, needs them there, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. These are areas, some of the areas that graduates can work in. And we have some or these are the potential areas that the graduates can work in. Now, let me move on to the other program that is run under the Geomatic Engineering Department. That's the third one, happens to be spatial planning. And the spatial planning is also designed to equip students with knowledge and skills necessary to manage and plan the use of land and spaces in a sustainable and efficient manner. So if you see on the left, the diagram there we have depicts the results of a work of the spatial planning unit. Normally what they do is they try to zone areas of interest. So normally the urban areas that we have, what are the plans that or before you come out with a building or develop a feature on the ground, normally you need to acquire permits, but the building or structures must follow the planning or the zone description by the spatial planning unit. So In Ghana, we have the spatial planning, which normally we call them the LUSA, and they normally control the affairs of where, when we come to areas where you can develop or areas that you cannot develop. So some of the courses that we normally run or subject under the spatial planning are urban and regional planning, environmental planning, legal and policy frameworks, geographical information systems, and when we come to also the areas that you can easily be employed in when you come after you graduated. These are some of the areas. As I mentioned earlier on, Land Use and Spatial Planning Authority is one of the area. National Development Planning Commission is another area. Ministries of Housing and Local Governments are also another area. Ministry of Land and Natural Resources is also another area that you can work in. Ghana Armed Forces is also another area. Mining and allied industries, real estate development companies, environmental companies are some of the areas you could work in. Now, these three programs are programs which are run under the Department of Geomatic Engineering. The next department that we have under the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies is the Geological Engineering Department. Now, the Geological Engineering course is deals with the study of rocks, minerals, other solid substances, their compositions, their history, and other processes involving them. So when it comes to geology, mostly we deal with rocks and what are the composition of the rocks, whether they contain minerals or not, what's their historical information, all those happens under the Geological Engineering course or program. Now, what are some of the courses or subjects that are taught under the Geological Engineering program? Now, we have Geotechnical Engineering is one of the subjects or course that is taught. We have Rock Mechanics and Engineering Geology is also one. We have Remote Sensing and Geophysics as another course. We have Environmental Geology, Hydrology, and Groundwater. These are some of the courses which are taught. There are more, but these are just a few of the courses that I've listed that are taught under the Geological Engineering department or the BS in Geological Engineering. Now, we'll also look at the prospects. When you take this course, what are the prospects, or the likely areas that you can work in? One, we have the mining industry as the major area that you can work in. Both the large and small scale exploration areas is under area they can so production can work in. Drilling geological work is the explore. Drilling is the source of a place that you can also offers another opportunity. We have the hydrological companies, also another one. The construction industry is also another one. Geotechnical companies, environmental protection agency, financial institution, as well as the university and other education and research institutions where if you want to further your education. BSc level normally gives you the one major level in your acquisition of or in acquiring your degree. But if you want to further it on, whether to pursue in the MSc in different field or the same field, the BSc serves as the base for you. So people, you can further the education with when it comes to the universities and research institutions, areas that you can also work. Now, the next course or program under the Faculty of Geosciences, which is the next departmental course, that's BSc program under the Faculty of Geosciences, is the Environmental and Safety Engineering. Now, environmental and safety engineering is designed to equip students with the knowledge and skills necessary to address environmental issues and ensure safety in the industries and natural settings. Now, under this program, we also have some few subjects or courses that I've listed here. One is Occupation and Health and Safety course. You'll be taught water and wastewater treatment. You are going to also be taught environmental monitoring analysis as a course under the environmental and safety engineering. You are also going to be taught risk assessment and management under 8. Let's also look at some of the potential areas that you can be employed after you graduate with a BSc in environmental and safety engineering. One is the manufacturing industry, because your course deals with, we are looking at the environmental issues and safety issues. The industry needs you badly. So manufacturing industries is one area. Large and small scale mining and allied industries, you are needed there. There's no mining that can be done without having a safety engineer or environmental specialist there. So it's another area. When it comes to the oil and gas industry, you are needed there. Water and wastewater treatment facility is another area that graduates who have pursue environmental and safety engineering is also required. Energy industry is another area. Construction industries, environmental protection agencies, Ghana Standard Authority is one big area because standards are needed, and safety or a graduate with this background is important when it comes to Ghana Standards Authority, their works. The university and other education and research institutions, so you can also equally work there. Governmental and non-governmental agencies is also another area that you can also work there. And now, this is the third department under the faculty. I will be showing you the contacts or providing contacts for each of the departments each of the departments. So we have for the faculty of the Geoscience and Environmental Studies, we have their contact, their phone number. We have the Geomatic Engineering Department with their contacts. We have the Geological Engineering Department with their contacts, and we have the Environmental and Safety to their contacts. Now, I'll be ending here for the moment so that we'll open the floor for questions. My colleagues are online to answer any question that you have bothering you. We have Dr. Eric Chima, who is a training officer from the Environmental and Safety Engineering Department, who is also online to answer questions, anything bothering or any question related to that department. He will be available to provide you answers with it. We have Dr. Edmond Asari, who is also from the Geological Engineering Department, who is also online to help me with questions with respect to the Geological Department or anything bothering you with respect to the geology. I also have Mr. Pascal Zidin, who is also online, who will also be helping with questions pertaining to land administration, spatial planning, and geomatic engineering. Mike, for now, I'll hand over to you so that we'll wait for your questions.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Joel, for that insightful presentation. I will take it over from here. I think the entry requirements for the various programs. Let me share the screen so they will have a look at the entry requirements. Okay. Yes, I believe you can see the screen now. Yes, so when the facilitator, Mr. Lawate, was talking, he made mention about geomatic engineering, geological engineering, environmental and safety engineering, spatial planning, land administration and information system. Yes. So they belong to this faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies, FGES. So another faculty, we have those programs you mentioned. So the entry requirement for programs under this faculty is simple. You need 3 core subjects: English, core maths, integrated science. You need 3 elective maths, physics, and chemistry. So for the programs under this faculty, you need English, math, science, physics, elective math, chemistry. So with this, you qualify to do all of them. However, programs like BSc Geomatic Engineering, assuming you don't have chemistry, but you have geography, you can replace the chemistry with the geography for BSc Geomatic Engineering. For BSc Geomatic Engineering. That means for geological engineering, for environmental and safety engineering, it is strictly English, math, science, physics, elective math, chemistry. So for geological engineering, for environmental and safety engineering, you need English, core math, integrated science, physics, elective math, and chemistry. But it is for geomatic engineering that if you don't have chemistry, but you have geography, you qualify. So that is that for this program. For BSc Land Administration and Information System and BSc Spatial Planning, you need 3 core subjects: English language, core mathematics, integrated science. Then any 3 of these elective maths, physics, chemistry, biology, elective ICT, costing, geography, government, history, economics, business management, accounting. Any 3 of these. So you can be a business student, you will qualify. You can be a general art student with these electives: the geography, the government, the history, economics, the elective maths, you will qualify. If you are a science student, you will finish elective math, chemistry, you will qualify. So there is it for this program. We have diploma in general drilling. in this faculty too, at the Geological Engineering Department, they also do the boreholes, the diamond drillers. There too, the entry requirement is English, maths, computer science, then the elective physics, elective maths, chemistry. If you don't have chemistry, but you have technical drawing, metalwork, applied electricity or electronics, you qualify. So that is the entry requirement for the diploma in general drilling. There are other certificate programs that we do, 1 year certificate courses. The Environmental and Safety Engineering Department, they have occupational health and safety. They equally have environmental monitoring and analysis. And that's one, it can be a general art, business, science, but if you have 6 electives, but the list should be E8. That is for certificate programs. But for the diploma programs, the list for the course should be D7, and the list for the electives should be C6. That is the minimum entry requirement. The list for the core subject is D7 for the diploma programs, and the list for the electives should be C6 for the electives in terms of the diploma program. In terms of the certificate, as I said earlier, the list should be E8. But in terms of the BSc programs, you can see the credits. You can see their credits. And credit simply means C4, C5, C6. C4, C5, C6. They summarize the credits. You know, A1 is excellent, B2 very good, B3 is good, C4, C5, and C6. They are in the bracket for the credits. So for UMath, the credit is at C6. So the least grade you should get for the English, math, science, physics, math, chemistry, that is C6. So meaning if you get A1, but one of the required electives to get D7 for a degree program, you are disqualified. That is the implication. That is the implication for that. So I mean the least you should get in this should be credits. So that happens to be the entry requirement for our programs. You don't have predefined cutoff points, but it's based on the applicant, the result of the applicant that we receive, that will determine the grade that we end for admission. So we don't have a predefined cutoff point. Okay, so that is that for the admission requirements for the programs under this faculty. You know, we're talking about Faculty of Geosciences, and Environmental Studies, and the programs, the BSc Geomatic Engineering, Geological Engineering, Environmental and Safety Engineering, Land Administration and Information System, Spatial Planning, Diploma in General Drilling. These are the programs there. Then we have the certificate programs, certificates in geological assistantship, survey and mapping, the occupational health and safety, environmental monitoring and analysis. The Geomatic today have a program called drone application. So these are the programs and the entry requirements. So at this point, we'll invite questions from our audience. If you have any question for us, this is the time for you to ask your question. We are glad and ready to answer your questions. So hopefully you raise your hand up. I'll call you, you unmute your mic, then you ask your question. I can see Jay. Jay, kindly unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yes, please. Good morning. Hello.
Yes, Jay, you can hear you. Ask your question, please.
All right. I wanted to know, supposing you fill in your own selected chapter questions, want to make a change.
Okay, you are not saying your question. Please speak up a bit for us.
Please, I was saying, supposing you were filling your forms online and you selected the Takwa campus and you want to make a change to the Escado campus, if that is possible, because it's not working on the portal. There's no option for that.
Okay, I can see Calvin Esiedi. Please, Jake. Yes, mute yourself here. So Calvin Esiedi, ask your question. We'll take about 5, then we'll go to the next session. Yes. Calvin, ask your question.
Please, good morning.
Good morning.
And please, I wanted to ask, in filling the forms, the awaiting students, I couldn't have access to submit it.
So what's the question
here? Please, I wanted to ask if that's it or there's a problem with it. Like if you are an awaiting student, you can't submit it for now unless the results are in.
Okay. Noted. We'll answer you. Edmond, I know. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Edmond, can you ask your question, please?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Please ask your question.
So like I would like to know the cutoff time for the geoscience courses and stuff here. That's my question.
Okay, thank you. I can see Rosilora. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay. Please, what I want to ask is, I did junior art, and then my next year I did history, government, PRSNT, and then in my form, my first choice was land administration and information system.
Please speak up a bit fast. Hello.
Hi. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I said I did junior art, and my electives are history, government, PRSNT. And then in my application form, my first choice was land administration and information system. That's what I wanted to offer.
I do general art.
And I want to know, when you're talking, like, when I saw history, government, and of course, a junior art student. And then with the PRSNT, can I still offer the land administration and information system?
Okay, so we will answer you. Yes, I can see Sam.
Hello.
Can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hello.
Yes, Sam.
Please, my question is, could it be possible that I bought both Eficado and main campus? So could it be possible that I will get both schools? I mean admission.
Okay, well noted. We'll answer you. Yes, I think Sam. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, so please ask your question. Can you kick off your
Hello.
Yes, Sam, ask your question.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello, I can hear you.
Okay. So with the Geomatic, you made mention of database management system, and I'm curious to find out if they'll be doing programming like SQL or it's just the theoretical stuff.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, okay, well noted.
Good morning.
Okay. So please, if you have asked your question, kindly take off your hand so that another person can equally ask. Okay, so we'll answer this first set. Then we'll take the next round of questions. Okay, so the first person asked, Jay asked about choosing Tapa campus and wanting to change to the Sikari campus. Yes, so when you are applying, you get room for you to select your campus. So once you submit, you can't make changes. You can't make changes to your. So if you chose Tapa campus, you can make changes. But once you have submitted your application, we deem it like you have completed it. So you can't change it to a certain now. However, based on the decisions of the admission is done by a committee, someone is like, though you didn't choose the Sikari campus, once we find out there is space there, we can recommend that program to you over there. The same applies to Takwa. I think someone chose Takwa campus. Chose the Sikari campus. But the Sikari campus, there is no vacancy. But there's vacancy at the Takwa campus. The committee can equally recommend you to the Takwa campus. So that one is also possible. But for you to change it now, once you have submitted, you can't make changes to it now. And Kevin was also asking about awaiting. Whether that you can't submit. Yes, that is how the system has been programmed. So once your results are released, normally we send SMS to all applicants to go and update or edit the application. Maybe at first you thought you performed better. Once the results came, maybe there is something and you want to make changes in your application. That is the reason why we didn't allow you to finally submit. So you can only submit it once the results are available now, then you have access to your results. So at the moment, all awaiting applicants can't submit the application. You can only submit once your results are released by WIRE. Yes, and Edmond Ano was also asking about the cutoff. Yes, as I already said, we don't have a predefined cutoff point for our programs. We don't have a predefined. Every year has its own situation. Last year, for instance, I think geology, we ended around at 11 or 12, yes. But it could be that this year, it could be 15, it could be 10. It's based on the result that will come. So we don't have a predefined. So once you have A1 to C6, you have met the minimum ratio panel. However, the next step is the competition among you, the applicants, the results that we will receive. So Edmond, we don't have a predefined cutoff point for all our programs. So once you have A1 to C6 in the required subjects, you qualify. Yes, Rosinora was also asking about general arts. Whether you can do, I don't know whether I didn't get the question right, but I think she was asking whether the general arts with history, CRS, literature, whether you can.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please. We are answering the question, so you will come back for the next batch of questions, please. Okay, thank you. So Rosinora was asking about whether general arts with CRS, literature English, whether you can do the land administration. For general arts, it's very broad. Those who are doing the history, government, economics, geography, some are doing elective maths. So for land administration and spatial plan, we limit it to those combinations. However, those with CRS, literature and English, unfortunately, you don't qualify for programs such as this. But there are other programs like logistics and transport management that you can qualify to do. We have transport planning and management. That one too, with that combination, you can do. But for spatial planning, and the land administration. With your combination, the literature and English, CRS, history, you only had history, which is one of the subjects required in this program, but you don't have the remaining two. So you don't qualify to do a program such as, but there are, as I said earlier, programs like logistics and transport management, transport planning and management, you can equally do those programs. So that's the answer I will give for you on that. I think someone also asked about, he bought 2 forms, whether you'll get the admission for the 2. Yeah, so to us, we make use of the reference numbers. So when the reference numbers are different, you will use that reference number. So if you are fortunate to get it, ideally, that is your fire security. You're supposed to buy 1. But if it's happening naturally, well, assuming you are fortunate to get all the 2 admissions, or the one that you want to do. Yeah, so the last question I'll ask Mr. Joel Lawate to come in. I think he was asking about
he was asking the programs, the language. We normally teach students using the MATLAB. Okay.
Yes. So if I have to clarify, it's like it is not
the programming language.
It is theory as well as practical.
Yes, we have theory and practical. So we have the computer labs that we use for training students when it comes to the programming. So we have a programming language is also a course that students learn as part of the undergraduate program.
Okay. So the next set of questions, I don't know whether the other resource persons, Dr. Jima and the other, Dr. Fosu, those who are available, if you have other comments to make on it, other than that, we'll take the next set of questions. Then.
Okay, I take. We take the next set of questions, then they'll come.
Okay, Henry Lebu, kindly unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please, my name is Pomoni. I am late, but I think where I want to have an admission for the program is not here. My part is concerning electrical and electronics engineering. Hello.
Ask your question.
I was saying that my part where I want to get admission from is the electrical and electronics engineering. That is the part I choose, Marty.
Yeah, so what is the question? If you have a question, ask. If you don't have, then...
So, but you didn't talk about it, so I'm confused about it.
Okay, so we'll answer your question, please. Okay.
All right.
Hello. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Please, I'm Watson.
Okay.
Please, can you merge results?
Hello, my name is Oliver. Please, I would like to ask whether there's any interview for the course.
Ellen Yamin, mute your mic. Ellen Yamin, please mute your mic. You are disturbing the whole house.
Yeah, so I can see another please ask the question.
Hello, sir.
Yes, another ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon. Please, I wanted
Yes,
to
good
find out
afternoon.
how soon will the admissions be given? Is there any
Please,
timeline to that?
can't hear you. Can't amplify your voice.
Hello. Yes, I want to find out how soon will the admission list or the admission be opened? How soon?
Okay.
Is there any timelines to that? Thank you.
Okay.
And then secondly, I wanted to also ask, assuming I chose spatial planning as my first choice, and then land administration as my second, and then I'm offered the spatial planning, but I actually want to do the land administration. Can there be an internal arrangement for me to swap, like, or maybe make a change? Thank you very much.
Okay.
And then,
Yes.
please, lastly, I would also want to find out with regards to the certificate in land surveying and then mapping. Is it like purely like on-site program, or is on weekend basis? And in terms of the practicals that will be given to students, like, is it on a weekend basis, or it will be like we are staying on campus for the entire 1 year? Thank you very much.
Okay, noted. Yeah, so I can see Wi-Fi, GH. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello. Hello.
Wi-Fi, GH. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your question. Irabna AD. Please ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, I wanted to make inquiries on my ward. So she is having a general art background, electives in geography, elective maths, economics, and then government. So she applied for geological engineering, safety and environmental engineering, land administration, and then one other course. Is she eligible? Like, will she be admitted to any of these courses she selected?
Okay, noted.
And also aside that, can she, in case she's not eligible, can she go ahead to buy the pre-engineering forms, or once she has applied, she can't do anything about it? I would like to know that as well.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, welcome. Yes, you can hear you. Ask your question, please. You mention your name, then ask your question.
Yes, I'm not saying and I wanted, I was an English student. I didn't do so much. So I graduated.
You are a good student. Which program did you select for?
Land administration.
Land administration. Okay. Okay. Well noted. Yes, we will answer you. Yes. Okay, I think we'll take two more questions then.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
ask your question. You mention your name.
Please, my
Please,
name
I'm
is
what?
Laura. Please, I said my elective.
Hello.
It's 50.
Hello.
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 Please, what?
Hello.
My name is Laura.
Yes, please, Oliver.
Okay, so Rosie Laura, ask your question, then afterwards, Oliver will have the floor.
Okay. So please, I said my elective. I did 50. Government. So the other two elective was the C and then the CRS. So I want to know if I have the C. The other two elective, that's the CRS and the C. I want to know if I will get admission on land education and information system, because I have the C elective already. And I want to be sure of the CRS and the C. Or if there any other courses that I can offer? Maybe clean engineering or something. That's what I want to know.
Okay. So Oliver,
Hello, my name is Jehoshaphat Azona.
Hello, sir.
Hello, my name is Jehoshaphat Azona. I'm also.
Hold on now.
Hello.
Oliver, ask a question.
Hello.
Good
afternoon.
After the series.
Hello, good afternoon.
Continue. Go on.
Please, I want to ask whether there is any interview for the courses like the Faculty of Geoscience and Environmental Studies. I wanted to ask whether there is any interview before the admission.
Well,
hello, sir.
Okay,
Good afternoon.
Ask this question. So, Joseph, ask your question.
Hello, sir. Please, I also have a general house background and I'm already working with Nebosh International General Certificate, but I have a problem with my WASI integrated science. Will I be considered to study environmental and safety engineering?
Okay, noted.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, so please, let's answer these questions, then we'll come for the next batch of questions, right? Okay, so I think the first question was asking about pardon me please, Pomori. Yes, he was talking about electrical. Yes, yesterday we had the session for electrical and electronic engineering. So unfortunately you missed. So the entry requirements for that program is English, Math, Science, physics, elective math, chemistry. And it's also a program that is highly competitive.
Yeah,
so that is
some question.
Something which I'll talk about. That's on the electrical. We run electrical at our Takwadi campus as well as our Takwadi campus. So that's something about electrical. Yeah, so someone, Oliver and others asked about interview, whether we have interview for our undergraduate admissions. I'll answer it yes and no. We don't use interview as part of our admission process for our BSc programs. It is only mature programs. Please, can you mute yourself if you're not asking any person now? So we don't have interview for our BSc programs. It is only a WASI result that we use for selection. But we have another route where we have the mature entrance. For the mature entrance, it should be 25 years and above, and others and the other factors. It is the discretion of the department to have an interview done for you. So you may be called for a full interview, you may be called to come when you apply as a mature applicant. But for the normal one, there is no interview for our programs. Yes, and I think another person was also asking about, assuming you apply for land administration as your first choice, then spatial plan as your second choice, you have admission for land administration, whether you can change that land administration to the spatial plan. The answer is no. Once you get admission, there's a policy called we don't accept or we don't approve change of programs. The program that you get is what you go by. Because every program has its own requirements. So based on assuming for the program that you had, maybe because of the performance or the result that you received, we ended up at let's say 15. So you had 15. At the second program that you chose, we ended at let's say 12. So meaning your result is not competitive for that program. So we don't accept that change of program. Another person was also asking about whether the certificate program is on-site or that is on-site or weekends. So all our certificate programs, we do it on weekends. It's 1 year. When I say weekend, it is Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday for 1 year. 1 year is made up of 2 semesters. The semester is like 4 months. So technically, it's like 8 months for the certificate program. It's purely weekend. That is for our certificate program. Apart from really learning the theory, there is a practical aspect that you do for the program. So it's not purely Monday to Friday, no, it's weekend program that we run. Yeah, I think someone is also asking about the word being a general arts person by choosing geological engineering, environmental and safety, and others, whether she will qualify. For the entry requirements that we displayed, to qualify for geological engineering, you need English, Math, Science for the core, where all students have. But the electives, for geological engineering, you need physics, you need elective math, you need chemistry. And you are aware, general arts, they don't do chemistry, they don't do physics. General arts, some do elective math. So once you have elective math, it means you need 2 more. So it's either you write those 2 electives and add. That's one option. The other option is, we rolled out a program called Art to Engineering or Pre-Engineering. This program is targeted at people who didn't do science, the pure sciences, the physics, the elective math, the chemistry, but who want to go into engineering. It's a 1-year program. You admit you to that program. You take it through the fundamentals of engineering. You have to pass the program. Once you pass that program, you can pursue any of the engineering disciplines, the geological engineering, the environmental and safety engineering, the chemical engineering, the electrical, the mining of them will qualify to pursue it. So that is the answer I will give for. So general arts, for the lecture that you mentioned, there are programs the person can pursue as a degree program, like the land administration is there, the spatial planning is there, there are other degree programs that the person can do. But if he wants the hardcore engineering, the geomatic, the geological engineering, the mechanical, all those stuff, you will need the foundation in physics, in elective math, and chemistry. So either you pass the arts engineering route, or you go and register for the subject that you are deficient in, then you will apply the next year or the next session. So that is the answer I would give. And the pre-engineering program, I think we started advertising it just two days ago. It is a program that we started somewhere 3 or 4 years ago, but there was a change of government. There needed to be some clarity and permission and others. So we just had, last 2 days, we received the official information to continue with the program. So forms are on sale for the pre-engineering, and for that one, deadline is 31st of December. So you can equally apply for the pre-engineering program if that is what you wish for. If you want to apply for a degree program, that doesn't prevent you from applying to a pre-engineering program. You can equally apply for that one. Yes, I think someone said she's an adult student, whether she will qualify for land administration. Yes, and that one escaped me. Adult students, you equally qualify for land administration. Some of you have general agriculture, you have chemistry, you have some have physics, some have elective maths, some have horticulture. So with your general agriculture, you qualify for BSc Land Administration and Information System. I think the last person I noted asked about general arts. That he said he did general arts, integrated science. He had either D7 or something in integrated science. Whether you qualify for the programs at the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies. No, you're not qualified. As he said, you need physics, elective math, chemistry. That's for in terms of the electives, for the core subject, you need English, core math, and integrated science. There are some programs in other faculties. For instance, we have logistics and transport management, economics and industrial organization. For these 2 programs, you don't need, if you have science, you qualify. But if you don't have integrated science, but you have social studies, you equally qualify. So these are the programs you qualify. But for the programs under this faculty, once you are deficient in integrated science, you don't qualify. Unless maybe the D7 is in the core
but you have the Princess Electing Assistance. That's one, you can do a diploma in general drilling. That is a diploma in general drilling. You can pursue that program. So that is the few I noted. I think another thing also asks about how soon admission will release. Yes. So our deadline for application is 19th December. Technically, admissions should be out by after the deadline. Yes. However, we do our admissions in batches. So we should expect a release of admissions either in this month or next month. So you should expect a release of admissions in the course of this month or next month. But you are supposed to report to school somewhere in January, either the first week in January. That is the tentative date. So we can prepare for that. Okay, so we'll take the final round of questions. Then you'll answer them. I can see the hand of Francis. Francis, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Francis,
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. I wanted to ask, so how sure are we going to know that we will be admitted? Because some of the schools, like UNE and TEC, they will give their cutoff point. So you know whether you fall in or not. So how sure will we know that we will get admission? Because right now, I applied Geomatic, but UNE has also admitted me there for Geomatic, but I haven't paid for the fund because I want to know if I will be admitted at UNE. If my results I had 14 science students. I wanted to know if my results will get me admitted at UMAT, so that I won't bother myself to go and pay for other schools, so that I'll wait for UMAT. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, please. Wi-Fi, Ghana, James. If you have a question, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Right.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Please, I'm a general student, and I offer this elective subject like economic, geography, government. But I applied for geomatic engineering, geological engineering, spatial planning, and land administration. And I just want to know if I'm going to be admitted with these subjects.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, I'm Boatin.
Okay.
Please, can there be merged results? Can there be merged results?
Okay. Noted.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, I'm Regenera. I asked this question, but when you're explaining, I was saying anything about it.
Okay, yes. Noted. I'll come to it again. Yeah. I'll clarify.
Good afternoon. Please, I'm Isaac from Paul, and I applied for safety engineering, and I just want to know more about it. And okay, some of the 1-year courses here, I want to know more about it.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please mention your name and ask your question, please.
I'm Bismarck Shen. I offered a science jog in FGES. That's my elective is physics, elective maths, and chemistry and geography. I want to know that if you can substitute the geography for any of the elective you listed, that's the physics, elective maths, and the chemistry. Thank you.
COVID. You made mention that some of the missions come out their best month. I wanted to know if that would hinder the chances who are get to submit application.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please hold on. Please unmute yourself and ask your question again. We didn't hear you.
Okay, I wanted to know, you made mention that some of the admissions will come either this month or next month. And I wanted to know if that would hinder the chances of those who are yet to submit their application, that is, those who are awaiting their results for sitting this year. Thank you.
Yes, I think what you asked now.
Please, I wanted to ask the same question, but
Okay, nothing. Okay. Yes. Yeah, hello. Mention your name and ask your question.
Josephine, please, I wanted to ask, I have submitted my forms, but is it possible to make some changes to the forms?
Okay, we'll answer you. Okay. Okay, I think someone wanted to know about, is there another hand? I can't see any hand again. Is there another hand?
Yes. Hello. Hello. Hello.
I can hear you. Ask your question, please.
Yeah. Please, I wanted to ask, with that best set, can I still gain admission? Because I saw something like you post it with your best set.
Okay. Okay, so I think Pimpon was talking about that you want to know more about environmental and safety engineering. I think Dr. Jima will help us with that.
Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Hello, Mike.
I can hear you, please.
Yeah, please, my line was breaking. I didn't hear exactly what you said. Could you help me out?
Okay, I think someone was asking about environmental and safety engineering, that you want to know that program.
You want to
know more about environmental.
Okay. Thank you very much. I thought earlier, Mr. Lawate, sorry, Dr. Lawate.
4 hours.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Wait. Hello. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Yeah, I thought Mr. Lawate earlier presented, but in case the person missed that, it's an interdisciplinary program. I think I can say the young department in the faculty. Okay, now we have LA. So LA is the youngest. So we are no longer the youngest. But environmental and safety engineering, we prepare students, train them, and they become so versatile in almost every discipline he or she would like to. It's a 3-in-1 program, environmental and safety. You know, oftentimes you go to companies, you have the HSE, health, safety and environment. So that becomes a combined profession. Students have the opportunity to align themselves to the environmental focus or the safety. But either ways, occupational health brings the two together. As we all know, anything we can think of as industry or in the mining space has environmental impacts. So the faculty officer spoke about various areas that this particular expertise would work. And it cannot be limited. It cannot be limited. It's so broad. Even when it comes to estate management, before they start putting up the burden, they must do what we call EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment. Before any company establishes, it must have what we call the EIA being done. The EIA, you report before you can even get your permit, even small-scale miners.
Hello?
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 Can I be heard?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Please, my side is not here. I want to know the admission.
No, wait. I have been called to address something. Later, the admission officer will call you to make your point. Okay, just hold on. Okay. Keep your hand raised up until you're being called. Okay. So whoever asks that he wants to know more about environmental and safety is what I've said in brief. Unless maybe he's not too clear with something, it is a multidisciplinary profession, and each and any. In fact, the students we have, they're almost everywhere. They are everywhere. You go to the mines, they are there. The industry, they are there. You go to EPA, they are there. You go to Minerals Commission. In fact, the thing is, they are everywhere because of the safety that is attached to the environmental profession. So, Mr. Michael, later can I say, as at now?
I think you were also asking about the certificate programs. So I don't know if you can just...
The certificate program, you spoke on it, that it's 1 year. We have the 1 year certificate program. I'm not sure we are here to talk about short courses, right? We're talking about the university one, that is 1 year certificate program. We have the environmental monitoring assessment. We also have the occupational health and safety. That is 1 year certificate, which follows the certificate scheme of the university. It's always on weekends. And the cycle goes like 2 weeks online, 2 weeks on campus. And as you said, it has practical section involved. So when they come to campus, the environmental lab is there. They do a lot of practicals in that regards. That is for the certificate. When it comes to admission requirement for a certificate, I think, Michael, you are the best person to speak on that. But what we do in the department is what I have said. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jima. Okay, I think I saw a hand.
Okay, sir, please, I want to ask just a few questions about what he just said. Can I go on?
Yes, please.
Okay, I offered a general arts and I chose safety engineering. Will I get it?
Thank you very much. That is in the hand of the admission. That is in the hand of the admission officer. The admission officer, Michael. Mr. Michael. Yeah. If I'm to speak a little on it, all I say that our program require the science electives. Really that it requires the science electives. Elective math, physics, chemistry, and biology. Any three of the science electives are what we consider for our program. Thank you very much.
So, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Bryce.
Sir, please, my name is Bryce. I wanted to ask if there is an option for matured students, and if there is the requirement for the application. And then my second question is it possible or is it advisable for one to do reapplication or have a multiple application for the same program since we can't make changes on the portal? Thank you.
Okay, noted.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. Mike, I hope you have taken over so I can unmute. I can just mute myself, right?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Get the last two. Yes.
Hello,
so,
good afternoon.
Yeah, Newton, ask your question.
Yeah, so please, I wanted to ask when we were writing the was it said like if you have certain names which is not compact, you use one surname as the first and one as the other name. But on my website, let's take it like sure. OIC has answer new to will I have any problem with my admission?
I didn't get your. I heard a name, but I don't get that.
What I'm trying to ask is, on my website, the name is also Answer Newton, but on my website is Answer Newton also. Will I have any problem with my admission? That's what I want to ask.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Please, my question was not answered. I asked question about technical, like electrical and electronic side. My question is not yet answered. Hello?
What please, can you ask a question?
Please, I asked question about the electrical and electronics engineering side, but my question is not yet answered. The admission requirement that you needed before you can pursue that course, the electrical and electronics engineering.
Okay, well noted.
Okay.
Answer. Chris, can you ask?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. Please, good afternoon. Hello.
Continue. We are hearing. Hello, Chris.
Hello, sir. Please, how will I know if I have not been admitted at all?
Thank you very much. Okay, so I think set of questions.
Please, can administration drop the telephone number that we can use to reach the administrator? Can the administrator draw a telephone number on the comment section for us?
Yeah, so you will leave our contacts once you are done. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so for the questions that we see, I will take it one by one and it will be done. Yes, so Bismarck was asking about he doing science but geography, whether you can substitute geography for any of the subjects. Yes, so as I was explaining, for all our engineering programs, you need physics, electric, math, chemistry. It is only BSc Geomatic engineering in this faculty. That is where you can swap geography with chemistry. Assuming you don't have chemistry, but you have geography, or better still, you did better in geography than chemistry. You can swap it for only geomatic engineering. But for environmental and safety, you need physics, electric, math, chemistry. For geological engineering, you need physics, electric, math, chemistry. So is that understood? So you can swap geography with only chemistry, meaning you need physics and electric math. But for all the other engineering programs, you need physics, electric, math, chemistry. For electrical and electronic engineering, you need physics, electric, math, chemistry. But if you don't have chemistry, but you have applied electricity, you equally qualify. That is for electrical and electronic engineering. Is that understood? So Bismarck, You can swap geography with chemistry only for geomatic, but for all the other remaining programs, the geological, the environmental, you need physics, chemistry. Okay. Yeah, someone was also asking about the timeline, whether assuming admissions come out this year or this month, will it affect the awaited? No. You know, we do admissions in batches. So normally the second batch is for those who completed that same year, assuming you wrote your WASI this year, 2025. So the second batch of admissions that we release normally is for those who complete that same year. So you will not be affected if we release admissions late this month or early December. So don't be worried, you will not be affected. So some people asking about whether how sure are we that you get admission that you have got admission at another university? Yeah, so per our entry requirements, once you visit the entry requirements, you qualify. However, as I said, it is competitive. It is competitive based on the results that you receive. So assuming you said you had 14, so assuming this year the result that you received, if the last person that will help us get the number that you want for this batch of admission is, let's say, 15. That means you end at 15. But if the last person will be, you say 12 or 10, then it implies that you are ending at 10 or 12. So there is assurance, but the assurance is based on the competitiveness on your results. Can we take note? So once we release admission, all those that will get admission, you send them SMS, and your names will also be on our website, on the portal that you did the application. You can equally check. Once you get admission, you see it's changed to offered admission. So that is a means of you getting to know whether you've gotten admission or not. Yes, someone also said general arts, and that it goes environmental and safety, spatial planning, and others. For general arts, the list that you mentioned, you will not qualify for environmental and safety on its own sake because you don't have physics, you don't have chemistry, you don't have elective maths. But for spatial planning, for the science combination, the history, the geography, the government, the economics, you qualify for spatial planning. So you can pursue that one. And for environmental and safety, that's one. Unless you pass through the pre-engineering or the art engineering, which you started the sale of forms, and we are ending 31st December. So we can apply through that means. Another person also asked about merging of two forms or merging of two results. Yes, we allow 3 results. We allow the merging of 3 results system. As if you have the first result or second result and the third result. You take the best from each of these 3 results. Assuming for the first result, English you had, let's say, C4. The second result, English you had B3. The third result you had English A1. You will take the best, which is the A1, to make our compilation or computations, the calculation of the aggregate. It is the best that you use for it. So we allow the merging of result. Yes, I think Rosinora was asking about the general arts, the history, the government, literature, CRS. For that one, you not qualify for, as I explained, you not qualify for land administration because you are still decisions. With a government admission, you qualify. But it's left one more elective. If you have economics, you qualify. If you have elective math, you qualify. If you have two, you qualify. But once you are deficient in one, you still can't do the land administration with these combinations. But the other programs like the logistics, the transport management, that you can qualify to pursue. Yeah, so I think our brother wanted to know about electrical and electronic engineering. That is what I explained, that yesterday we had a session for electrical and electronic engineering. You know, we did this thing that we are doing faculty by faculty. So yesterday we did faculty of engineering. And that faculty had about 3 departments, which runs about 6 programs. We did for mechanical engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, renewable energy engineering, diploma in plant and maintenance, diploma in electrical and electronic engineering, and other certificate programs. Yeah, so the entry requirement for the electrical is simple: English, math, science, physics, elective math, chemistry. Physics, elective math, chemistry. If you don't have chemistry, but you have applied electricity, applied electronics, you qualify for electrical engineering. The least grade you should get is C6. The least grade is credits. So that is the information for you. Yes, someone also asked about the name issue. Yeah, so we will use the name on your WAEC results. The university knows you by the name on your WASI result. It's not the name on your Ghana card or the name on your birth certificate. It's the name on your WAEC results. And whether you can do multiple applications, right? Yes. Ideally, you're supposed to do one. But if based on your own consideration, you want to do, that is your discretion. But ideally, you're supposed to do just one application. We have mature entry. Mature entry coming, you should change 5 years and above. And if you have 5 studies, you know, for the normal one, you need to have 6. But for mature, you are supposed to have 5. English, math, and 3 electives. 3 electives out of the electives that you need for that particular program. So that's the entry requirement for the mature. You also have some for proficiency in terms of the field, what history, what experience in that area. Josephine was asking about whether you can make changes to the application. Unfortunately, no, you can't make changes once you are submitted. But if you haven't submitted, you can make changes. You need birth set. You need it. Our deadline is 19th November, so make sure you work on it. If you don't have it, make sure you work on it. Someone was also asking about the pre-engineering fees. Last year, pre-engineering students for the fees, they paid around 3,000 cedis for the entire year. They also paid for their accommodation. So this year, the fees for that program is not out, but from 3,000 to 4,000 will be bad. Around that figure for the fees will be bad. That due to they will start the program normally either in January or early February, either late January or early February. That is where pre-engineering they are likely to come. For the BSc programs, you are not supposed to post your forms, but for certificate programs, diploma programs, top up, and mature applicants, you are supposed to post your application form to the university. Pre-engineering inclusive. But for the normal BSc programs, you're not supposed to, but you are supposed to print a copy and keep it for yourself, for future reference. So someone was asking about, are you required to post your forms? It is only BSc, the normal ones, the ones from what SS, Street, who are not required to post their forms. And for all other applications, the diploma, the pre-engineering, the certificate, the top-up, are supposed to post your forms. Yeah, so our email address, admissions@umat.edu.gh. Admissions@umat.edu.gh. If you have any concern, maybe there's a question that you want to ask, or there's further clarity that you need, you can contact us through that email. Admissions, ADMISSIONS @umat.edu.gh. Once you contact us, you can send your email. You can send us an email and respond to you. You can equally call us 033-209-7781. 033-209-7781. You can contact us through that number for any inquiry that you want. I think the fees, in terms of fee paying, you shouldn't expect more than 10,000 cedis per year. In terms of regular admissions, you shouldn't expect more than 4,000 cedis a year. So that is something different about fees.
in terms of fees for fee-paying students or for fee-paying those who get admission as fee-paying. In terms of school fees, don't expect more than 10,000, should be around 9,000. In terms of the regular, it should be around 3,000 to 4,000, not more than 4,000. It shouldn't be up to 4,000 for the fee that you be paying. Then you pay for your accommodation too. So I think these are the concerns that I noticed. I think there are some who are doing also through Facebook and YouTube. I think the questions that you have answered. Other than that, if you have any question that I haven't answered, you can send an email and we'll be glad to answer you. Okay. I don't know if my able members were able to, I don't know whether they have any remarks that finally. Dr. Lawatan, I don't know whether your team, they have any final words that they would like to share. Then we bring the meeting to a close.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Sorry, please. I was having a problem with my network. I was asking about if you could make changes to your admission if you've submitted it. I was having a little problem with my network.
So once you have submitted it, you can't make any changes. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Mr. Lauter, go on. Yeah.
Hello.
Please, is there a question?
Hello. Please, I made my admission earlier, but I was able to make an edit.
Yes, so, but once you have submitted your application, you can't make any changes again.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. If you have any final comments.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Mike.
Yes, Dr. Jima.
Yeah, Mike, this is Dr. Jima.
Okay, no.
Yeah, Dr. Lauter just called, like, because there's light out, his laptop is off. But from his end, he said, there isn't anything much to add up. All that were asked have been addressed by you and also the team available. So
hello.
He called it with the students very well, that they should be open-minded. And when they come, or when they become fortunate to join the faculty, anything else will be given up to them. To reach them well. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Please, I wanted to find out if some people apply and don't show up to the campus. Will that also be a hindrance for those who are still going to make it to UMaT?
What did some people speak about you yourself? What did some people?
Yes, I was trying to say we are many that are applying to the university, but some do apply and don't show up. So will it affect those of us, me, myself, who want to still come to UMaT?
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. So
yeah. Mr. Mike, take over.
Yeah, let's give you to. I think these two people, Henry and Kofi Apple. I think I can see your hand up. I'll just give you this option. Just ask your question and you're done.
Okay. Please, I offered science, but I'm having problem with my physics. I want to do land administration. Can you like use this one, the geography for the physics?
Okay, noted. Yes, Kofi Apple, ask your question to me.
Sir. Hello.
Yeah, Kofi Apple, ask your question.
I wanted to ask a question about the pre-engineering. Currently, the post office and other banks are claiming that they have not gotten the vouchers.
So are we supposed to buy it online as from the school portal?
Okay, noted. Okay, Apple, do you have your questions there so that we end the session? Okay, I think
Hello.
Hello.
Please, you made mention of, I'm Princess Omar, by the way. Please, you made mention of the merging of results, that you accept merging of results. But when you're filling your application, there's no, I wrote NOVDEC last year and WASI this year. So I wanted to merge my and my WASI, but I didn't see any space for second sitting or any other document. So I wanted to ask, when am I supposed to provide my results so that I can merge it? And my second question is, how they admit. So is it like my first choice? If I don't qualify for the first choice, then they'll move to the second choice. And if I don't qualify for the second choice, they'll move to the third and the fourth. That's my question.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, so the first lesson is about land administration, science student, but having an issue with the physics. Yeah, so with your electives, your 4 electives, any 3 of them will qualify you for the land administration. So we can pursue that. So you can replace the physics with the other, since you get better than the physics. So you can pursue that one. The next one has to do with accessibility of the page in form. Yes, you, it was just, no, it was Tuesday. Now we started circulating that's back from our regulation. Please mute yourself, please.
So I wanted to ask that you were saying something about hello.
Okay, so for the accessibility of the pre-engineering form, it's likely you can serious
Hello.
Sometime, but you check on the sales outlet.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask that you were saying something about exchanging or the trading.
You were to raise your hand and you'll be called. Have you raised your hand that you have been called? Michael, please continue.
On the issue of the second setting of 2 results, yes, that one is there. We've had people who have applied with 3 results. So once you input your details for the first results, there is a section for you to add results. On that same portion, there is academic information that you provide the second result that you have. So please check the system to this and you see to do well and add the second result. Okay, I think you asked another question, but that's one that escaped me a bit. But as I said earlier, if you have any concerns, we have given our contact numbers, we have given our email address. You can see the email and we will address you. Thank you very much. I'll give you the last chance. Kofiako.
Yeah. Hello.
Please ask.
Yeah, hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So all too soon, we come to a close. This session. If you have any concern which hasn't been addressed, call out.
Hello, sir.
Call out 209-7781 or send an email admissions@umat.edu.gh and we'll be glad to address your concerns. You ask Irene Nanama or Apple Kofi to give us a closing prayer, and we are done.
Hello.
So Kofi Apple, give us the closing. Hello. So,
hello, sir. Please, I just want to ask some little questions. Can I go on?
We can't go on. Unfortunately, we are done.
No, sir.
You can say we are praying. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this session. We thank you for this information given us. We believe that this information will help us make the right choices. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for helping us make our application successful. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
We are done with the session.
Amen.
Tomorrow too, there will be another session that is for Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology. Those who chose BSc Mining Engineering, Minerals Engineering, and others. We have it at the same time, 11 o'clock. So, join if you have the opportunity. Thank you very much.
I wanted to ask that. Hello.
So when are we having a next session?
Okay. Thank you, Jesus, for this. Hello.
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 Yeah, please. Can we have the WhatsApp line?
Hello.
Yeah, please. Can we have the WhatsApp line? Can I have the
Hello?
WhatsApp line? Hello. 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 Hello.
Yeah.
Can I have the WhatsApp line?
Oh, Miss Eva, I didn't get it. So if you can ask any of the colleagues who participated. Did you get me? Did you get me?